Very often we wonder what is happening, you know. You know, there's one verse that said everything is changing around, but humans are not changing. And when we look at our life, we see great changes around is happening. Last few days ago, I was talking with somebody. He said, Swamiji, I've been doing everything in my possibility for my business to work, but this is not working. I'm sure, you see, whether it is on the spiritual path or on the material path, very often we do our best, no? But yet the result what we expect, it's not there. And we ask ourselves why. No? You know, very often, you know, the cause and effect of things. We are so much hanging on the effect. You know, in our mind, we have a great idea what we want to achieve, but we forget about the cause of things, how we are doing it. We want great things to happen, and we push ourselves. And then we look at our neighbor who have done not much, and everything is flourishing in his life. Have this happened to you also? No? Maybe you're all successful people. And I'm very happy to be among your presence. See, in the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna said, focus on your job. Don't focus on the result. Because whatever you do, you can only act. You're meant only to act. But the result is not in your hand. But we want to have the result in our hand. We want to be in control. The bhajan that I was just saying is a poem from Kabir. And he said, let go of your pride, you know. Let go of your arrogance. Let go of pride and arrogance of what we have, you know. Then we can be free. But that is one thing that is difficult. Now, our mind, as a human being, is made in a way that we like to understand everything. It's not a bad thing. It is beautiful, actually. You see, if Newton will not inquire why the apple fell on his head, he will not understand gravity. And that also he understood gravity after scrutinizing his mind for 22 days later. Not straight away. Because in our mind we think that straight away when the apple fell on his head, you know, he became enlightened. And straight away he understood, yes, because of gravitation, that's why the apple had fell. Just imagine that will reverse. You know, somebody will come, for sure, he inquire about deeply with others, why did this apple fell on my head? For sure he have asked his friend. No? The friend will say, my goodness, why are you bothering about that? No? Why you have to bother about why did this apple fell? No? You just, if the apple is good, just polish it and eat it. And if it is not good, it is rotten, just throw it away. Why you have to bother about, you know? But no, his mind was not like that. His mind was an inquisitive mind, A mind which wants to understand, and a mind which wants to find, to dig deeper inside. And for that, we have to understand the sequence of things in our life, How do we understand, If a certain sequence is in our life, whether it is good or not, sometimes whatever you do, small things you do, have a great result. It is very good. Do it. But if you are doing and doing and doing, yet you are not achieving, whether it is spiritual, somebody say, I'm doing meditation since 30 years, but yet I don't achieve the result what you talk about. And somebody else just come in the presence of the Master, yay, I feel my heart is exploding, but I have to go to the hospital afterwards. That also is happening. So, you see, it's all come out upon our own sequence in life. If you want to plant a beautiful, let's say you want a vegetable garden, there's a sequence you have to do, no? First, what do? You till the earth, then you put the seeds, then you water it. Then you have a wonderful garden. Imagine that sequence is reversed. What will be? You water the land first, you plant the seeds, and then you till the earth. You will have a wonderful garden of weeds. Beautiful weeds will grow. And these weeds were waiting long time, for that to happen. And that's what we do very often in our life. We try to reverse our own sequence of our life. Why? Because very often we don't know our life itself. We don't know the beauty which this life holds. We are looking at this beauty elsewhere. We look at it in people. We look at it in things. They say, yes, if I have that, I will be happy. If that person is in my life, I will be happy. But are we becoming happy? No, we are not becoming happy. Because we don't perceive that happiness that we are looking elsewhere, it's not there. It is here, inside of ourselves. We try to find it in somebody else. You are the cause of my happiness. How can I be the cause of your happiness? I can't be the cause of anybody's happiness. You are the cause of your own happiness because you want to be happy. But if you don't want to be happy as much as everything can be in your life, still you will not be happy. I'm sure you have met people like that, who always complain about life. No matter what happened in their life, they are never content. Everything can go very well, but in their mind, it is never right. Because their mindset is different. There is no joy and happiness in the life. And they are looking for joy and happiness. But where they are looking for it, it's always outside, not inside. But everything which is outside, what is driven by the senses, it's limited. And we will find happiness, but limited happiness. But at the same time, inside of you, there is something that can't just be that. There must be more to life than just what I'm seeing right now, what I'm doing right now. And what is that? No? What is this joy which we talk about in spirituality? What is this great happiness that we talk about? It is not only me. For thousands of years, the sages have been talking about that. That means that you hold something inside of you. When you are in contact with that, when you are in fully awareness of that, a certain reality surfaces itself. And that reality is endless. That reality is without limit. And this is your being. That is what you hold inside, that treasure that you hold inside of you. You have just to awake. You have just to truly see. It's not out, it's here. That garden that I'm talking about, that you have tilled and planted the seeds and watered nicely, it is a garden of your life itself. If you don't perceive that, looking for happiness around, going to temple, to churches, to everywhere else, asking God, please help me, and you're not doing anything, God will say, why should I help you? You're a good person, yes, I see you're trying, but you have to perceive that inside of you firstly. You have to first look at yourself, have that willingness, but I want to change, I want to be different. But to be different is not an easy thing. To be usual, casual like everybody else, normality of people is easy. Everybody will accept you. Because it is easy, everybody functions the same way. Okay. What new about it? Nothing is new. But when you are different, firstly, you will be against yourself, which means your mind will be against what you're feeling. And then your mind wants to understand, what am I feeling right now? Is it right or it is not right? That is right, actually. You're questioning yourself. That is where the transformation will happen. But you are the cause of it. And you have to be different to be able to be joyful. You have to be different to be able to be spiritual. You have to be different to be able to awake. Like I said, it's not an easy thing, because on that path, very often you will see yourself alone, which is good. Don't confuse aloneness and loneliness. You are born alone, and you will die alone. This is a fact. Nobody will die with you. Nobody, as much as they love you, said, okay, because I love you so dearly, now I will also die with you. No. And this is the beauty of when you are diving inside of your heart and find that fullness of your being, of your true being itself. You awake in a different reality. But we are scared to be alone, no? We're scared to face this world. If we are alone, what we will lose? We are losing on, the world is running very fast. We don't take time to dive inside. But we try to tell you, no. Be alone with yourself. Let the mind be seated, within yourself itself. Have you ever sit with yourself for 2 hours? I mean sitting, I'm not talking about sleeping. Because very often when you tell people to sit quietly with themselves, Swamiji, I've been trying, but I always fall asleep. You can't even bear to sit alone with yourself. You feel bored. Na? Quickly. Swamiji have said 2 hours. Still 1.5 hours to go. Imagine you can't sit 2 hours with yourself. How much boring must be if two bored person come together? Two person who can't sit with themselves, for 2 hours, quietly, in silence, come together. There must be a great boredom. And that's what we are looking for, We are running, everybody is bored with each other, everybody is bored with themselves, and yet they want to be in great peace and happiness. Learn firstly to be with yourself, Learn firstly to find that supreme Lord of love, not outside, but inside of you. And make sure that Lord become your strength, not weakness. And if you can sit 2 hours with Him without getting bored, note one thing, you will be successful in your life throughout. So, would you try it? How many of you will try it at least? You promise? At least try it. Even if you do that for 5 minutes, even 10 minutes, it's okay. But the whole point is that you don't get bored with yourself. There is so many mysteries inside of you to rediscover. So many beautiful things, that you don't know about yourself, which is hidden deeply inside. Once your mind is open, that mind which is always finding excuse, our mind is our own enemy. Krishna said it, in the Gita. Your controlled mind is your best friend, and uncontrolled mind is your worst enemy. He didn't say it's outside there, it's inside. And it is the mind itself, which never wants you to be happy. You think that your mind is working for you. Your mind is not working for you. Your mind is doing everything to make you unhappy. And this is the role of the mind. And then we are a very good friend with that mind. We like to listen to that mind. We like to dance in the tune of that mind. We like to fulfill every wishes what that mind is doing. When the mind is telling you to run, you run. When the mind is telling you to do this, you do it. You are enslaved to that mind. And then you think that, yes, I'm in control. No, you're not in control. Your mind is in control of everything. The mind becomes controlled only when it is fully centered. Have you read the Bhagavad Gita? How many of you have done? It would be lovely for you to read it and see the psychological behind that, Not just reading it, understand, what Lord Krishna is giving and telling us. It's a deep psychology, how to transform the mind, from the mind to the mindless state.